All right. I think we're ready to get started. I know a few folks are streaming into the Zoom. Here we go. I'm seeing the counter count up. Exciting to see everyone. Hello. Welcome everyone to Wonderment Town Hall, Spring 24, or as I like to say, it's almost summer edition. Super excited to chat with everyone, talk about some new product stuff we're working on, reconnect with our community. This is one of my favorite times of year. So really excited that you're all here. Thank you for joining us. It will be a short, but hopefully a very impactful session for today. Super excited to kick things off. In true tradition, one thing we like to do is we like to welcome everyone that's joining, and also welcome the new class of the first half of 24. We're so excited to welcome hundreds of new brands to the Wonderment platform. Some of my favorite brands, Circle, Armra, Vita Coco, the whole Wonderment team knows how obsessed I am with coconut water. Excited you're all here. You're all amazing and continuing to grow, have been giving us amazing feedback, and we're super lucky to be working with some of the best brands in the Shopify ecosystem. And we're excited that you're all here today. So I know we're going to spend more time talking about some product stuff and what we got going on, but just a quick housekeeping item is we do have a Q&A. So if anyone has questions throughout the webinar, we'll do our best to address them. We'll also be dropping an email at the end of the presentation if you have any follow-up questions after the fact. But I think we can kick things off. Brian, are you ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do it. So welcome
right,
to
it's
all
all
the
you,
new
buddy.
customers. Yeah, welcome to all the new customers and everybody who's joining us today. Thank you for being here and being part of the Wonderment story. So just a quick agenda of some of the things we're going to be covering today that we've recently launched. We're going to be talking more about delivery promise. We talked about how Wonderment is going to start using your order tracking data to be able to insert estimated time of delivery into your checkout, your product pages, etc. in the fall. We're excited to show you some examples of brands that have launched that functionality onto their site and some of the results that they're seeing. Austin is back and he's going to take us through some of the new enhancements we've made to our reporting suite, making it a lot faster and better, and some of the new reports that we're looking at rolling out in the next few weeks. And we're going to talk about updates to a couple of our existing integrations and new integrations, like our integration with Corso, which we just announced earlier today. And some new events that are coming into Wonderment that you can use for automations, like our new delayed fulfillment event. And then Jess will start to talk about some other new product stuff that's coming up on the horizon that we'll get to at the end of the session. So let's dive into it. So what's new? As I mentioned, delivery promise has gone from a thing that we talked about a couple of times last year to something that's a real piece of functionality that anyone can deploy on their Shopify store today. We support inserting these ETAs into places like your product pages and into your checkout, and giving you a lot of control over the presentation, the styling, and the messaging of what you want to communicate here. So in this example, showing what it looks like to configure our product page block, being able to control the formatting of the date, the presentation of the language, what date variables you want to show, and giving you a little bit of space in case there's any other text you want to add, like suggesting that more shipping options are available, or telling people about like the requirements for your free shipping tier, all possible through the product page block. So really excited to see this in live on Shopify sites all over the place and seeing more and more stores rolling this out. We also recently published a case study with a Wonderment customer, Mod, their personal health and wellness products. And they ran a really exhaustive 2-week test using their A/B testing platform, IntelliGems. And through that, they saw a 12% lift in add to cart rate off of their product pages when communicating an ETA versus not communicating anything on that page. A 20% lift in checkout conversion rate. So a really significant improvement in how many people actually completed a checkout when seeing ETAs at checkout and being able to see the different shipping timelines offered by their options, and an overall 10% lift in profit off of these customers. People who saw ETAs were more likely to buy more and bring up the average order value. And they found that these were not just more customers, but generally more profitable customers for them. So a huge win for the Mod team. And they're really excited to have rolled this out across their website and everywhere where customers are interacting with their products. So you can read the full. Yeah, go.
Sorry, Brad. I was going to say, just to give a definitely shout out to Mod. One thing we've talked about before is, consumers expect transparency around when their order is going to arrive. And we wanted to make sure that we gave brands an easy way to do that. And obviously, it helps grow on the acquisition side, helping to make more money, which is not a bad thing, but also just happier customers on the other end, helping to reduce returns, chargebacks, any other situations that can occur from, a miscommunicated timeline on that. So I think it's a good success and results all around for the mod team. Congrats to them.
Yeah, absolutely. So the full case study is available on the Wonderment blog if you want to read more about it, how they ran the test, the things that they were analyzing and looking at, and more about the results that they saw. All of that is available on the Wonderment blog with all the details about their test and the success that they saw. We are selling Delivery Promise as its own add-on to the core Wonderment product that you're used to. And we're continuing to offer special promotional price to our existing customers and people who are excited about this of $99 a month for unlimited usage of the product. And that price is guaranteed for the next 2 years. So there's not going to be any like future price increases or anything like that for people who are joining us on this plan. So if you're really excited about the possibility of showing ETAs on your website and want to learn more about what this is looking like, and how to deploy it, now is a great time to take action, check it out, and sign up for our promotional plan here.
That's the price of 10 coffees a day, which is how many coffees I drink a day. So it's totally worth it.
Yeah. So a really great competitive offer from being able to expose all of this onto your website today. So I'm going to hand it over to Austin to talk a little bit more about our reporting and some of the advancements that we've made there.
Thanks, Brian. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Austin, and I'm a product manager here at Wonderment. We are now processing around 300,000 new packages each day, about 1.5 million a week, and we'll track over 50 million packages this year. We're driven by the mission to provide our merchants insights on this data so you can ultimately deliver better customer experiences. We're tasked with giving you the power to pinpoint specific shipments that are customer service risks before they happen, as well as providing aggregated insights across all of your shipments. We're processing about 2.5 million shipping events per day. Events such as out for delivery, delivery attempted, and hopefully not too many delivery failures. Then we send those events to our integration partners like Klaviyo, SendLane, and Postscript. In just a few short years, the amount of data that we process has grown tremendously. And we have experienced our own growing pains in some areas as well. With our small but mighty team, we've had to make a lot of choices about when to build product versus when to support the infrastructure to handle this significant amount of data. We know there's parts of our app that haven't delivered the fastest experience, and that's why we've made significant investments this year into database technology that will allow us to continue to provide insights at the scale we've reached and beyond. This work is enabling us to build out even more powerful reporting that wasn't possible before. You might have noticed some improvements around the app already. Our shipment filters are now populating more quickly for even our biggest merchants. And our revenue attribution reporting, already includes more granular insight into the Wonderment-powered tracking pages and email UTM campaigns that are leading to conversions. But what I'm most excited about are the new tools we're building. This includes support for more complex filters to browser shipments. So in addition to current filtering that allows you to find packages by carrier or destination, or one of our more recently launched data points, time in transit, we're also working towards supporting ETA-based filtering. Our current reporting features like our delivery performance report and our fulfillment cycle report allow you to dive into your data, but that still requires your time and expertise. With our new infrastructure, we're going to be able to crunch this data for you on a regular basis. This will allow us to proactively surface trends about your fulfillment and transit performance instead of requiring you to generate reports. For example, fulfillment speed analysis broken out by day of week and transit time by geographic regions, each complete with comparisons to previous performance so you can spot where you're improving or falling behind more quickly. But we also need to hear from our merchants. So please reach out to us with the reporting that would be most beneficial to you so we can incorporate that feedback into our reporting product for all Wonderment customers. We also recognize that as we continue to build out new filtering capabilities on top of your shipping data, that using them gets more and more complex. But our goal is to help you answer questions, and the language of shipping and fulfillment can be inconsistent. So you may know what you're looking for, but not the exact way to use filters to find those shipments. That's why we're excited to share our new feature that we call the Wonder Filter, an AI-powered tool that turns your questions into filters. This is available to all customers today on the shipments page. So when you want to find all the packages that took 3 or more days to be delivered going to California, that's all you need to know. You can just type that into the Wonder Filter and it will create the set of filters necessary to bring you those search results. Easy as that. And as we enable new categories to search by, those will also be added to the Wonder Filter. So the questions that it can answer will continue to grow over time. We're excited to see how merchants use this feature to find the data that they need. And now, back to Brian to talk about more important updates to some of our integrations.
Oh, Brian, you're still muted, bud.
There we go.
This is the Zoom thing.
Yeah. I'm really excited about this. This is something that we've been working on for the last few months to really take our database infrastructure into the next level, provision a data warehouse for ourselves, and make all that data available so that we can do more powerful queries, deliver them much more quickly, and enable new types of reporting that can search across much longer timelines of your own store and potentially start to help power like benchmarking comparisons across stores so that you can understand how your data compares to other merchants or other people that are using the Wonderment platform, so that you have way more data available to you, and we can start to really put all of those shipping events, all of those packages we're tracking into more valuable insights and more useful information for you and your team. A few other integration updates that I just wanted to share as well. We've been working really closely with the Klaviyo team as they've been rolling out new features to their app developers. So for the first time, there are now like third-party technology partners that are able to insert flow templates into Klaviyo accounts. So you can find a lot of the basic Wonderment templates now available inside of your Klaviyo account under the Flow library. So we're really excited about this. It makes it easier to set up new emails, test variations out, and set up new features for all of our Klaviyo users. And then we've also recently launched a new type of event for Klaviyo, and coming soon to the other platforms that we work with. This is the fulfillment delayed event. So we know a lot of people give a warehouse that may be somewhat inconsistent, or you want to find out when orders are falling behind if they're not getting out the door as quickly as you expect them to. And so now, similar to the way our stalled shipment event has always worked, you can also use this to identify orders that have not been fulfilled within a given time window. This works just the same way as our stalled shipment filter works. You can set it up in event settings in Wonderment, and then use this event to say, send a message to a customer to let them know that you noticed that they placed their order 4 days ago and it hasn't been fulfilled yet, and you're working on it and checking into it and finding out what's holding it up and making sure that it's getting out the door. And then in this example, automatically waiting another 2 days, seeing if that package has gotten out the door yet, and if not, being able to send yourself an internal alert that says like, hey, something must be really wrong with this order at this point, because now it's been 6 or 7 days since they placed the order and it still hasn't gone out. So making it way easier to both notify customers and stay in front of them before they get anxious and reach out to your support team, and also keep yourself informed about any delays or problems that might be popping up in your fulfillment workflows. This flow template is also available for Wonderment support, so don't worry about needing to like screenshot this and trying to recreate it in your account. If you message Wonderment support, they can copy this into your Klaviyo account for you and help you get a running start at this event. If there are other types of events or other situations that are coming up in your shipping that you're really interested in or want to be able to create new events around so you can power other types of messaging, let us know. Either you can drop a comment in the chat here or follow up with our support team afterwards, and we'd love to hear from you. The other integration I'm really proud to share and that we just announced today is also our partnership with Corso. We've been friends with the Corso team for a long time. Know all the folks, and Paul, Emerson, Nathan, everyone else on that team for a very long time. And We have a lot of shared DNA around how we think about customer experience, customer retention, and creating better outcomes for our customer. So I'm really excited to share that we've launched our tracking page integration with Corso today. It's really easy to set up. All you need to do is get your Corso API key and drop it into Corso integration settings in Wonderment. And then once you do, any orders where the person purchased Corso shipping protection will now see this new block appear inside of the shipment contents block on their tracking page. So this makes it way easier if they need to report a shipping issue or start a return or exchange or other workflow that is using the Corso platform. They can do so directly from the Wonderment tracking page. So really easy to get it started. The block doesn't show up for any orders without shipping protection on it. So you make sure that only the right people who are eligible to report issues and file claims are able to do so. So we're really excited about this. This makes it a lot easier. It's super for your customers. It's super easy to set up, and it integrates really nicely into your existing tracking block. Picks up on all of the default stylings for buttons from your store, so there's no need to like generally mess with additional styling rules or anything like that to make it sure that it looks great inside of your page. This was literally me installing Corso onto Wonderment's own testing merch store. Activated the block and then got a good looking shipping block on my report a shipping issue block on my tracking page. So really excited to be working closely with the Corso team on this and thinking about the other types of experiences that we can power beyond this with them as well. Great. Yeah, so like I just mentioned, this is available to set up today. Just go to settings, integrations, Corso, drop your Corso API key in there. If you're not sure what your API key is, just reach out to Corso support and they can share it with you right away. And then if you're not a Corso customer currently, but you're really interested in learning more and exploring what their shipping protection, returns, and exchanges platforms look like, let us know and we can connect you with their team and set you up with a demo so you can learn more about it and get started with them. So yeah, thanks to everybody at Corso for being part of the story with us. And so now we have a quick spotlight of one of our great agency partners that we've been working with a lot recently. So I'm going to hand it over to Tyler from our partnerships team to share a little bit more about them and what they've been up to.
Hey everyone, Tyler from the Wonderment Partnerships team. And like Brian had mentioned, we want to do a quick little agency spotlight with one of our closest partners. That partner is going to be a Springboard CX. So to give a little context, we've been working with Springboard CX a little over a year now via our partnership program. And as a BPO, Springboard represents a unique portion of our portfolio partners and that they distinctly represent the CX and CS side of consumer e-commerce brands. And so really quickly, I want to highlight what makes them unique. First thing is that 100% of their CX specialists are based in the US and Canada. They only work with consumer brands as well. So they have a very unique perspective and fall into the niche of just specifically consumer brands. So you know they have expertise in the space. 80%, and I think this is the coolest fact, is that 80% of their team members are stay-at-home moms who have some sort of corporate experience, whether it be from Shopify, Airbnb, Ralph Paulo Lauren. I think it's a really unique factor that they bring to the table and something that I love to showcase anytime I get a chance to talk about Springboard. Additionally, their entire team has worked with hundreds of different apps and tools. So you know, anytime a new customer is coming in with a unique tech stack, they more than likely have had experience in utilizing that tech stack in the past. And it also helps that they're the highest rated Gorgeous partner on their Gorgeous partner page. So if there's anything that I can leave you with here when it comes to this partner is that they're a boutique agency that is not necessarily built to scale to 100 plus, but really just strives for hiring the right people that can provide the right value.
Great.
Awesome.
Jess, I'm
Thank
gonna
you,
hand it over
Tyler.
to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I might need to cancel the screen share in order for me to share. At some point, I will learn how to do a more better transition on the Zoom, but we'll figure it out eventually. All right, let's see. All right, and thank you for that, Tyler, for Springboard. I meant to ask a question, Tyler. If people are interested, what's the best way to contact you, contact them? How do they get in touch?
Definitely. I can drop my email directly here in the chat so you have it if you want to get a little contact with me, and then I can obviously connect you directly with Jonathan, who is the founder over at Springboard.
Awesome. Tyler at wonderment.com. Great team. We talked to a lot of brands that are looking to scale, and you're right, having the right people on the team is super important. Awesome. So I'm going to talk about some other new stuff that we're working on and give you a sneak peek into some big changes that are coming. I'm going to leave a little bit of a teaser because I'm not going to cover everything, but wanted to give you some direction in terms of where we're headed next. And to really talk about where we're going next, I want to take a step back and say, where have we been? And what is the evolution of Wonderment? So when Wonderment started, we really sat in the post-purchase side, and we really focused a lot on optimizing the post-purchase shipping journey. And that came from a lot of headaches after COVID with supply chain and all of these issues that were happening, delivering goods to our customers. And since then, we've built a really complete order tracking and delivery experience platform on that post-purchase journey. Now, in the last few months, you've heard a lot about Delivery Promise, and this is our first foray or product into the pre-purchase experience. So how do we connect the dots in taking all of the data we have around the shipment journey and actually make that a better experience even before the customer buys? And we've been really focusing on that pre-purchase and post-purchase experience. But one thing we noticed is that there's still been this kind of gap in the middle between even when the order has been placed to when the actual shipment leaves the warehouse. And we really wanted to think about Wonderment as a platform. How do we just make the whole experience around the customer journey better and easier, not just the shipping experience? And as a brand and a partner, like, how do we make your lives easier? And what are some of the other products and services that we can deliver to do that? And in a lot of conversations we've had with many of you over the last few weeks, we've realized that there has been a lot of headaches around managing different customer experiences and different systems, a lot of fragmentation of data, and all of these things that at the end of the day, you want to deliver the most amazing, proactive, delightful experience to your customers, and looking for easier ways to do that. So there's a couple big changes that are going to be coming to Wonderment over the couple months. And with that, I will actually jump into a Wonderment demo to show you. Let's see if I can actually transition seamlessly here. Share my screen. Of course, I'm still figuring this out. Here we go. Oops, let's see. Oh, I have to enter slide share. See, I told you I wasn't going to be good at this. Okay. Am I good? Can people give me a thumbs up? Do you see us? Wonderment. I think we're good. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Apparently I'm not good at the slide transition thing. Okay, so exciting news. So Wonderment, if you log into Wonderment today, we're all about the fulfillment. So we bring in records as soon as the fulfillment, essentially when the label is printed, we're bringing in data. For the first time ever, Wonderment is bringing in customer data even before the order has been created. So when Brian talked about the fact that we have this new fulfillment delay event, that is actually powered by a lot of the data that we're bringing in the back end, where for the first time, you can segment data in Wonderment, not just based on the shipping criteria or the shipping attributes, but also customer attributes and attributes that exist within Shopify. The reason we want to do this is we've gotten a lot of feedback that says, hey, I want to be able to spot problems or issues even before the order has left the warehouse and be able to do that. I also want to be able to segment different types of customers depending upon who they are and the relationship that we have. So one thing that we're going to be adding very soon is this concept of called smart segments or smart filters. And with that, we're going to make it just 10 times easier to create groups of customers that you care about the most and treat them differently. So for example, if you have customers that have placed an order and that order should have left the warehouse within 24 hours and it doesn't, not only will you know about those customers, but you could also continue to segment those customers depending upon if they're VIP, if they're first-time customers, if they're on your loyalty program. Maybe you want to segment out customers that are already in a live support interaction so that you don't have to worry about double communicating with them. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding more rich feature capability within the Wonderment platform to be able to slice and dice customers however you want. Now, you can continue to do this type of management also in apps like Klaviyo and what have you. So there's also the option to do that. But sometimes it's just easier not to have to create a workflow with a bunch of different branching logic, or maybe you don't have access to tools like Klaviyo. It just gives you a way to easily bring up segments of customers within Wonderment that you really want to focus on and treat a little bit differently. So we're going to be adding more of these features over time and being able to pull all of your customer data from all the different apps you already use. One of the other big feature requests and use cases we've gotten around this that will be coming soon is around subscriptions. So being able to, let's say you have subscription customers that you want to either win back, or new subscription customers that are having a negative experience around their purchase journey, and you want to save those customers and you want to treat them differently, you'll be able to do that very soon. So you can probably also see here, we have a couple other things coming soon around the ability to create automation and segments. I'm going to leave that for a future webinar, and we'll drop that there. But this profiles feature and customer segmentation feature is in beta. So if you would like access, you could give me a shout out at jess@wonderment.com and we can give you access to that. But that's just a sneak peek on some of the things. You'll also be seeing some pretty big changes on our user interface soon. We're really thinking about how do we just make Wonderment easier and faster. And the great thing about these extra filters that we'll be adding is this will also be part of the Wonderment, the Wonder filter. And so we'll be adding more of those components to that as well. Great. All right, Brian, I think that's actually the recap. I think we're done.
Yeah, I think that's it. Awesome.
We actually got that through at a pretty good time. I was trying to do this at 30 minutes and we actually got through that. Cool. So I think we had a few questions. All right, Brian, you ready for questions? We had a few questions come through the chat. The first one is around delivery promise and clarifying price, because I realized when we had the promo for $99, we forgot to say like $99 over what period of time that is. So is the price for 2 years or for each year? How does the pricing work?
Yeah, so the price is per month, but the price is guaranteed for 2 years. So you don't need to sign a long-term agreement or anything like that. It's not a contract, but it's a guarantee from us that the price won't be changing for the next 2 years.
Cool. Are there any requirements to using delivery promise? Like, does the Shopify store have to be on any particular technology for that to work?
Yeah, so for injecting the ETAs into the checkout, you do need to be on Shopify Plus. We use Shopify's new checkout extensions functionality for inserting those into checkout. But the product page insertion is available to any Shopify plan. There's no requirements to be on Shopify Plus or anything like that for that. That works on any Shopify plan. And we have people who are on Shopify Advanced or other Shopify plans that have rolled that out. So no hard requirements there. And the only other real requirement is that you're in some way tracking your shipping rates through Shopify, which I'm guessing the vast majority of you are. But you can be using Shopify's built-in rates, or you can be using another app for injecting those rates into Shopify. That's okay, as long as they're hooking into Shopify at that point. But if you're using Shopify's shipping speed options, you're probably already doing that, and that's shouldn't be a big issue for you. So other than that, yeah, no hard requirements or anything like that.
Great. Next question, what does the setup process look like? How long does that take?
Yeah, so setup process, it's meant to be totally self-serve. Of course, our merchant success team is happy to help you if you have questions, if you want to have some hand-holding as you go through it. But there's an onboarding screen that walks you through each step of it. And for most stores, it takes seriously 5 to 10 minutes. It's not very complicated. Most of it is just configuring the styling of that product page block, and then setting up a couple of rules around who is going to see the ETAs and what those service levels will look like when they're shown. But it's the kind of thing that, I would really expect most stores can complete that in about 10 minutes, maybe even less, depending on how many shipping rates you have and how many there are to configure settings for.
That's amazing. We've talked to a lot of companies that have tried alternatives to getting this set up that takes weeks and months. And, we like to do things quick and fast and make things easy for our customers.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
One last question. Brian, what were the tunes you were playing earlier? Do you have a playlist you can share?
Yeah, so my go-to kind of filler hold music is usually searching for synthwave or chillwave music on YouTube. So I'm not sure. I think that was the Chill Synth FM channel on YouTube, but there's a lot of good, chillwave, synthwave channels on YouTube that are great for that kind of when you need 5 minutes of filler music, but at the start of a webinar or the start of a call or something like that. That's my go-to.
I had no idea that was a category of music. I learned something new today. Cool. Well, that's all we have for questions. So thank you everyone for making the time. A lot of fun. Again, you can reach out to Brian at wonderment.com, Jess at wonderment.com if you want access to any of the stuff we shared with you today. If you have any follow-up questions, you can also reach out to your customer success manager. We're here, we're accessible. We love to chat with you guys. Let us know what we can do to help. And we're excited to get your feedback and chat more soon. And thank you to Tyler and Austin for the updates today. Thank you guys.
Thanks, everyone. See you all again soon. Have a good one.
Bye.